This video will just say a few words about the vocabulary and the homework in Lesson 5. Vocabulary begins with the verb halak, which means he walked or he went, or it could also be it walked or it went. Then you have isha, woman or wife. In Genesis chapter 2, there's a word play. She will be called woman, Isha, because she was taken from the man, the Ish. That's Genesis 2:23. Man said, this one at last is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. This one shall be called woman, Isha, for she was taken from man, Ish. Then you have the word gibor, which as a noun can mean a warrior or a hero, and as an adjective means mighty or valiant. So it can be used either as a noun or it can be used as a adjective. And the name Gabriel, Gabriel, the angel Gabriel means mighty one of God or something like that. And then you have the divine name Yahweh or the Lord, Yod-He Vav-He, YHWH, as discussed earlier. You have Karim, which is a vineyard or an orchard. And Carmel, it probably means vineyard of God. So you have Karam El, though it's been truncated so that the L part is no longer visible. And then you have Ra. Ra means evil or bad, and it even sounds evil, Ra. And then other words, Apho means where. Usually introduces a question. So, Apho ha'ish, where's the man? And this word is a combination of a, which is a question word, and po, which means here. So apho is question here, where, and it comes to mean where. And then we've introduced the definite article ha, usually followed by a doubling of the following word, although sometimes when the word cannot be doubled, it'll show up as a kamatz or as a segol. There are some rules to that we will probably introduce later. And then the word ki is a conjunction meaning because or that or when. It'll connect sentences. He did this because, or the like. And then Sadiq means righteous as a adjective. And you'll find this word in personal names like Melchizedek, which means king of righteousness. And Zadok the priest is related to that verbal root of Sadeh Dalet Kof, which has to do with being righteous. The exercises. With the exercises in A, when you're transliterating, one of the things you need to look for is dagesh, and whether or not the dagesh is a dagesh forte that requires doubling. So here you have shibboleth, and actually the accent's on the bet, so it'd be shibolet. Shibolet. And if you were to transliterate that, that would look something like this, with a sheen, with an I vowel, a B, and since it has a dagesh in it, it would be B, just a regular B, and then the long O vowel, and then the lamed, and then the segol would be an E, and then the T actually has no dagesh, so that actually should be a T underline rather than just a regular T. So that would be your shibboleth, and then you go on down the list. You have Ben Ami, and then you have Ashur and Shaddai and Eob, which is the word for Job, and on down the list. You should transliterate each one of those into English, into the more technical form of the transliteration script. And then you're to go the other direction, transliterating into Hebrew words like Chava. Chava would be transliterated as you see, with a chet, an a vowel, a doubling of the vav, and then a kamatz he, which is the a with a hat on it. That happens to be the word for Eve. A lot of these transliterations are proper names. And then you're to practice the article by putting the article on Hebrew words, the house. So you would take the word for house, bayit, and add the article he with a patah with the doubling of the following consonant. So that would be habayit, the house. And do the same thing for hayom and hadavar and hamelech and habain and hakerem. The other forms there. And then finally, you're to read aloud and translate into English the following sentences. So number 1 begins, Eifo habain, and the response is Hu ba bayit. Eifo is where, ha is the article, bain is the word for son, so this means where is the son? And the answer is hu habayit. He is, you supply the word is, and then ba, in the patah indicates that that's the article, also indicated by the doubling of the bet. In the, and then bayit, house, with a little bit longer vowel called a pausal form because it's at the end of the word. So that's the sort of thing you need to do. Read it aloud, then translate into English all these exercises. And so that's an introduction to lesson 5. And hope the homework goes well.